tomato time. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
But looky what I found. So excited. These are so delicious. Yes, this is the color they are. Aren't they gorgeous?
So sweet, you guys. This is like, it's not even like eating a tomato too much. It's more like eating a green grape. It's not quite that sweet, but that's like the flavor profile. It's like a green grape, and it is very sweet. Like, if you closed your eyes and took a bite and somebody didn't tell you what it was, you would never realize you were eating a tomato. Yummy. I just need all of this in a bowl with some balsamic vinegar, salt, pepper, maybe a little bit of mozzarella cheese. Glorious. Anyway, thanks for joining the tasting segment. Okay, so this is the beauty. I've been trying to grow this. This is the 3rd year and had no luck. I grow heirloom tomatoes, and I'm trying to figure out what varieties survive in my environment and my bugs. Now, if you see here, this is called cracking. And some varieties are prone to this, but this mostly happens when you have watered inconsistently, which I have to admit, I have really been neglecting my garden lately. And it only takes like 3-4 days to not come out here and weed and prune and check the plants for worms and bugs and fruit, and you miss it. So this ripened. It was almost ripe yesterday, and I picked it, and I thought I was gonna eat it last night, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna film this and share this with everybody, because when everybody sees the picture of this gorgeous tomato, they're gonna wanna know what it tastes like. Because every tomato, color, shape, and form, and size has a different taste. So, let's see how my photography skills are. Okay, here we go. I have my handy dandy fillet knife, a little bit of Himalayan salt, and we're going to slice. That's what it looks like inside. I'm going to take another piece off the top so you can see how gorgeous that looks. Isn't that beautiful? You know, I didn't like tomatoes until I started gardening. When you've had a tomato grown in your garden looking like this, you change your mind about tomatoes. Zoom. I'll get better equipment someday, you guys. So, this is my first time. This is the 3rd year. So this bite has been almost 3 years in the making. This is my first bite. Well, it definitely doesn't need any salt. It tastes a bit salty. It's really juicy. I have to admit, not as sweet as I thought it was gonna be, honestly. It's very meaty, which I like. Focus, camera, focus. It's kind of similar to a beefsteak tomato in the sense of how it's not got a whole lot of gel and seeds. You know, that jelly stuff inside, that's called the gel. Anyway, like, let me try the other piece. So when I say inconsistent watering, I should explain that. So like, if you water a little bit or a good lot every day or every 2 days, that's consistent. If you go 4 or 5 days without watering in heat, and it's like drought to your plants, and then you forget the hose on and let it go for 45 minutes in your bed, That's inconsistent watering. That flood, it would be like the equivalent of like a really crazy rain after a drought time or a dry time. What happens is too much, the tomato sucks up too much water at once. There's a lot of dust, guys, if I'm closing my eyes. Wind, again, this year. A lot of wind. So what happens is the tomato sucks in a lot of water, and if that happens at too rapid of a rate, then you have cracking because the skin can't stretch at a fast rate, right? It needs to grow slowly. Also, what happens if you do water inconsistently sometimes it'll water down the flavor of your tomatoes. Like tomatoes flavor to be good needs to be consistent watering and where they are in the blasting sun. If they're in a little bit of shade, they're not as sweet. The sun is what makes the juices and the taste of the tomato sweet. So I think my inconsistent watering and the fact that this tomato was way on the bottom, was the first one under the plant, so it was probably in the most shade. I'm thinking that's why it's not as sweet. But I'm not sure if it's supposed to taste that way. It still tastes better than a grocery store red tomato, for sure. And it tastes very fruity. Fruity, like if you eat like a green plum, that you know it's something that's gonna be sweet, but you're tasting it at a stage when it's kind of sour. That's what this tastes like. But very fresh, very refreshing. And it's not a strong tomatoey taste. You know how some tomatoes taste like really tomatoey? This is not that. It's a very fruity, yet acidic taste. I'm very happy with it. I'd still eat it. I'm sorry, guys. I literally got tomato juice dripping down my arm. Am I allowed to lick that? I guess so. So, overall, I'm super happy. So, that concludes this portion of tasting tomatoes with Aj. Oh, wait, not yet. No, I'm so forgetting. I have to check the plants and show you guys. Well, I showed you, but I have to show you what these are doing. So here we go. We have several here. These are more red. They're supposed to turn dark. See that beautiful black color? That's supposed to happen when the sun touches it. Where the sun touches it. Oh, I think it's time to get a pan to harvest, you guys. I'm missing a whole lot in here. So, here we go. Let me show you. These are the orange ones. These are the red ones. Now, there's too much shade where those are because they're supposed to get more of this dark color on the top. But, let's taste it. Very yummy. If you are considering growing tomatoes, God bless you. It's not easy, I will tell you. Tomatoes are the most finicky plants, in my experience. Maybe it's my area. The bugs love them. Like I don't know. But if you get some fruit, the reward is huge. Because like I said, it's incomparable to what you got in the grocery store. I'm sorry, guys. It's the breeze, the wind. This tomato is very, very fruity. It's more like eating a fruit. It's not as sweet as these were yesterday. Let me try this one today. Ding, ding, ding. This is still the winner. These are so sweet. I'm telling you, it's like eating grapes. It really is. With a little bit different kick of flavor. So if you got tired and bored of eating grapes, but you love grapes, you should try these. Wish you guys could taste them. You want one? Okay? Where'd you get all that? Yummy, yummy, yummy.
And if you didn't know,